Hello YouTube, welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back, everybody.
Woo woo. We thought that it would be fun today to discuss how we first met.
Yep. How Cupid's arrow, I shot an arrow at Kristen to get her to go out with me.
Although I feel like the stories changed
Yes.
along the years, but
That's only because I think it's been a long time and we were really young when that happened.
yeah, we're really
But
young.
it's such a fun topic. We love talking about this, especially to other folks, because they sometimes can't believe we've been together this long.
Right. So we've been married for 17 years and then together 21 years. I was 14 going on 15.
And I was like 12.
He was 16.
I'm older, by the way, of course.
Going on 17. So he's 2 years older than me. I was in 8th grade. I was in junior high.
And I was a freshman and sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
But we didn't know actually that we knew each other at the time, kind of, and we knew of each other.
We both have like pretty big families, and I'm the baby in mine. I come from a family of 5, so all my siblings were much older than me.
Yes.
So
yes, we actually had a lot of mutual friends and people we knew. We just had never came in contact with each other before.
Yeah.
Although I had to be honest, I had seen pictures of her before. When I used to skateboard, I had this friend who would be like, "Oh, look, this is my girlfriend." And I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous." But I didn't think like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go steal her from him." I kind of knew her that way, but
that could be
really...
awkward. I was gonna no, but we pretty much met through a mutual friend. It was spring break of 1998-99, and I was at my friend's house, and she wanted to go to the pizzeria to get some pizza because she knew this most amazing, handsome guy that, you know, she found to be very attractive. And like at that time, obviously I was in a relationship. Why I was in a relationship when I was 14, I have no clue, but in my head I was. And so we went in there and, you know, she was chit-chatting with him and, you know, doing her thing, and I was just standing there waiting for our free pizza or whatnot. And then I don't know, then we left from what I remember, and then
yes, her friend or was
yeah, she was like my friend.
I don't know who she was.
At that
I
time.
was not into her. I was not physically, I was not attracted to her at all. And she just wasn't what I was looking for. But when I saw Kristen, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, I instantly knew right then and there. And I was trying to give her a bunch of free pizza at the time. Sorry, Valentina. And so, you know, that's kind of how we got introduced to each other. That's how we met for the first time.
Yeah.
That's when I knew that she was the one for me.
Yeah, and then we started chit-chatting a little bit during that spring break, and then we lost contact again because then we both went back to our schools. And then a few months later, we got in contact again through one of my friends and his friends. They
were hooking up.
yeah.
They were.
And so she brought me, but
yeah. And he brought me. I was his wingman, and she was the same for her. Not knowing who we, you know, they didn't know that we had met each other, and we didn't know that that's who we were going to go meet, which was each other. We were there to keep the peace, but we were there for each other. We just didn't know. And
well, the universe definitely lined it up for us.
Yes.
At the time, we didn't know that it was the universe, but now we understand that it was the universe aligning us to.
To be fair, at the time, you know, she was still dating whoever it was that she was seeing at the time, and so she wouldn't give me. It wasn't like, oh my God, yeah, you know, let's go out. It took a little persuasion. Luckily, I got that Latino charm, and she thought, you know, that I had my stuff together at the time because I had a car and I had a job, but really I was just
being a normal teenager,
yes,
you know,
yes.
and, you know, I was going into high school, and so I thought it was, like, cool to have, like, an older boyfriend, and by the time I went to high school, I do remember that a lot of people knew who he was because he was already going there 2 years before me, because, you know, we would have been at the same high school. So I remember a lot of people, you know, coming up to me and asking me if, you know, we were dating or whatnot. And so, you know, obviously many, many things have happened and many, many years had happened in the gap of all that taking place. But
there was a lot of cool things too. Like, for example, there was a campus supervisor that I didn't know. I mean, I knew who she was. She knew who I was because I wasn't the most popular guy in school, but I was you know, I knew a lot of people knew me, and she did, and come to find out that that's her aunt, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Terminator. That's what we called her, because she wore these glasses, and man, she made sure that we weren't trying to take off.
She would always chase and track down all the people that were trying to ditch.
Oh gosh, yes, yes.
So he definitely knew who she was. And then obviously once my sister met him, my sister's 2 years older than me, which makes it his age. And so my sister used to go out like partying and was like part of party crews and stuff like that. So it wasn't my thing, but I remember like when she met him, she knew who he was through like the party scene.
Through the party crews,
and seeing him and whatnot, because you know, back in the day, with
back
the
in the 90s, all the deep house, all the ditch parties, all the DPs. That's how I knew of her.
Yeah.
So it to me was a shocker. I could not believe it. I always tell everybody the same thing. I'm like, how are you guys even related? Because she was such a party animal, and she is like the sweetest angel. I couldn't get her to
I'm not an angel, but I'm definitely a lot more conservative.
I couldn't get her to do anything. I think that was probably what drew me in the most, though, was that she was so grounded.
We were definitely so opposite, but yet we worked for each other, like, and we balanced. And we see now, being in our 30s now, how it made sense and how we both played an important role in each other's lives as we were growing up as kids. Because, you know, just like every story, you know, nobody's life is perfect, and there was a lot of stuff going on around us and stuff. So it was nice to have each other.
Oh yeah,
and
you know one of the great things, we were just talking about this off camera, was a devastating time in my life was when my parents divorced, and I had to leave the city that we lived in and move further down, which was like a 45-minute drive. And we were like, how are we gonna stay together? But somehow we made it work. Because you know, I was going to a different school, obviously, and I had a job, you know, and she was making the trip out to see me. And vice versa. I would go to Riverside to see her, and but
we always found a way to make it work.
And I loved her for that. I mean, I was like, man, you know, not at the time. I was like, who's gonna do that for someone, let alone for me? Because I was such a troublemaker. I'm not gonna lie. Let's not sugarcoat it. Yeah. I was a troublemaker. I sought the trouble.
I guess I was into the bad boy image, I guess. But I mean, we just wanted to go on here and chit chat our stories and any other quick stories that you want.
We do. You know, another great thing was, you know, we also went through the military phase. I joined at the time. You could be 17 and join the military, and we stuck through it. I was gone for a really long time, and we stayed in contact. We never broke up. We never said, "Oh, we're not together." You know, I helped out how I could financially, even though I was away. And we stuck it out. We stayed together through all that. We winded up having our first child when she was still in...
when I was 17, I got pregnant my junior year. So I had her all my senior year. So that was definitely adjustment. I was very involved in dancing and full-blown. That was like my thing. Like I absolutely loved it. And I remember dancing up until I was like 5 months pregnant, and then the last role that I played, I was Dorothy, but I was a pregnant Dorothy, and I had a little belly. And I remember the dance teacher telling me that it was time that I couldn't participate anymore in dancing. So it was sad, but out of it, we got an amazing daughter, which is now 17 years old, senior, gonna be graduating. An amazing like blessing to our family for sure. Like, definitely. But definitely we would love to talk about like being young parents and some of the trials and errors that we went through as young parents growing up and stuff like that. But and then we do have another, you know, we have a son now. He's 11, so we had him a good almost like 6 years later. So it's just, you know, we've gone through a lot, but we've surpassed, and marriages can last forever. It all just depends on the person, and it depends on your communication, how open you guys are with each other,
we've never given up.
Just, I mean, it's just being there for each other, and, you know, trying to take in consideration the other person's feelings of what they're trying to express or whatnot. And
I think when a lot of people ask us, like, because we get it a lot, especially from a lot of our friends that have been they've been married and divorced, and they've asked us, well, how have you guys stayed together for so long? And one of the things that we tell them is that we've grown together. One hasn't outgrown the other. If one is doing something like towards growth, you know, the other is there with them. We're watering each other's roots. We make sure that we're pushing each other up. We're never dragging each other down. And I like to think that we've never made sacrifices for each other, not in the way that you think. I'm talking about, we've never said, oh, well, I gave up this to be with you, because that's a horrible way to be in a marriage.
Right.
You know,
and then resentment can build up from something like that. So, I mean, we've both equally been there for each other with everything.
Yeah, we've always put our marriage before everything else.
Yeah.
I think that's like the biggest thing, is a lot of people put their kids first, or their jobs come first. We've never done that. We've preferred for us to have a great marriage than to have whatever type of career, or for some, you guys may not think like the way we do, but we knew from a very young age that we wanted to be together forever. We both came kind of from broken homes, so we didn't want that for each other. We definitely didn't want that.
So we definitely worked really hard on making sure that we've given stability to our kids and our marriage and our relationship. And like you said, it's always come first from anything. So, and we're very family oriented. Like, you know, we're always doing
stuff together,
like almost everything together. And you know, we are working on, you know, branching out and doing outside things, like with like friends and stuff like that. Like, we're working on that because we're just so used to being together.
Now, see, that's one of the things that now it's a little bit difficult, because we have to find. We love our friends, by the way. We do.
Amazing friends.
But we do, you know, your friendships have to grow, and you have to have different friendships, because we're at a point in our lives where all our friends, some of them aren't married. They're still doing the single thing, which is something that, you know, it's an unfamiliar territory for us. We're married, and that's not what we do. And a lot of our friends are barely getting married. Some are barely having kids. And so,
that's great. That's amazing for them. It's amazing to see them as parents. But
we're at a point in our lives where we don't want to be around toddlers. I'm sorry.
Not that we don't want to be around them. But we just have like different. Yeah, we want to go do different things to where we don't necessarily have to have our kids with us. So whether that's, you know, going out at, you know, and going dancing, or going and doing dinner and a movie, and not feeling like you have to be home early to put the baby down or whatnot. So for us, like we said, that we're super thankful that we got married young. We had our kids young. We're only going to have 2. We don't want any more kids. We feel like that's more than enough for us. 1 boy, 1 girl, and we're completely satisfied and happy with that. And for us right now, we're just at the point of our lives of just enjoying each other and continually to grow and keep understanding and learning each other as we get older. Because as you get older and
things change,
you become more wiser, like things in your life happen. You want, like he says, you want to grow together. So you don't want to grow
apart.
Off. So you want to make sure you're growing. Like, as one's growing, you're growing as well, so that you guys keep up with each other, so that it does last longevity. And, you know, we just wanted to say that it is possible. You can find your soulmate in high school or junior high and be, and I know we're not the only stories, but it's possible and it's out there, and you guys can definitely do it. We do it, and we're still so happy in love, and we're so happy at like growing, and we just love this excitement.
Of course.
So,
I mean, you know, especially like I was saying earlier, because we don't have this example in our lives.
No.
You know, a lot of our family, they either grew apart or divorced, or whatever the case is. And so, you know, we like to say that we're forging a new road in our family tree. I'm one of the oldest in my family, but Kristen is the baby in her family. But I feel, and I mean, I'm sure you could vouch for that, is that a lot of people, in her side, they kind of seek out us. And I appreciate that for certain information, because they see how we are with each other. Which is amazing. We're all equally there for each other, but definitely for marital advice and stuff like that. It's definitely good to be on solid ground and be able to, you know, give wisdom and help to others who are seeking it. So definitely. Well, thank you for watching our video. Was there anything else that you wanted to say? No? Okay, well, thank you guys for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and hit the notification button. And if you're getting married or are married, if you're getting married, congratulations. If you are married, leave in the comments how long you've been together. We love knowing other couples that have been together for X amount of years. There's no amount of years, by the way, where marriage gets easier. Marriage is absolutely easy, by the way, guys. Don't make it difficult.
It's not. It's really not that hard.
Comment, like, smash the like button. Subscribe, hit the bell button. Okay? We love you guys.
Yes. Bye.